Northamptonshire captain Alex Wakely delayed his declaration on the final day of the LV County Championship match with Leicestershire, meaning that the game at Wantage Road was drawn. A flurry of late wickets on the previous evening had put a dent in Wakely's plans. His side resumed on 94 for 5 with a lead of 215, but the options were still open for declaration in the morning. If that was the plan, then it had to be rethought after Rob Keogh fell in the day's 9th over, edging Robbie Williams to Ramnaresh Sarwan. Williams struck again in his next over too. Andrew Hall couldn't repeat his first innings heroics as he sliced a drive and was brilliantly caught by Greg Smith after making 7. And when David Willey nicked Jigganate to Sarwan to go for 10, 18 overs of the day had been used up, in which only 39 runs had been added. So with a total of 133 for 8, Northants led by 254. A declaration 50 minutes before lunch would have left an interesting equation, but Wakely decided to bat on, which was good news for debutant Ben Duckett. He had time now to push on towards his maiden first-class half-century, a special moment for any player. He received excellent support from Stephen Crook, as this pair rather surprisingly were still at it after the lunch break. 18-year-old Duckett denied Ollie Freckingham his maiden 10-wicket match haul as he went to his 50 with a neat boundary, his 7th in an innings lasting 64 balls. At the end of the over, Wakely finally called them in on 215 for 8. Crook left unbeaten on 34. So, at just before 2 o'clock, Leicestershire were back out with the bat with an unreasonable target of 337 in 63 overs facing them. One thing was for certain, Wakely hadn't left them with any kind of incentive to go for their runs. There simply weren't enough overs left in the match for them to do that. What it did mean was that Northamptonshire could afford to go on an all-out attack, which left plenty of gaps for Smith and Niall O'Brien to play their shots. Northamptonshire may also have been relying on their rivals' rather brittle batting lineup, one which has, from time to time, struggled to score runs at the top of the order this year. Not on this occasion, however, as this pair pretty much ensured the draw with a stand of 80 in 22 overs. Smith was just one short of his second 50 of the match when he was out, edging Crook low down to Hall in the slips. Still, Smith had shored up his side's top order. If there was any way back for Northamptonshire now, then they needed more immediate wickets. But with the pitch still playing well, there was little chance of that, with Ned Eckersley able to play some excellent shots. While these came occasionally, it could be suggested that Wakely simply had too many runs in the bank and had perhaps batted on too long. Northants, however, know the importance of a point here and there, more than any other county, as they've twice been denied promotion in recent seasons by the slimmest of margins. Such game situations at least give batsmen a chance for an asterisk to better the batting average. Alas, that didn't happen for Eckersley, who was sent back by O'Brien and run out by Willey. He had to go for 42 at 139 for 2. O'Brien had to ignore the little stare he got from the outgoing batsman, and he did that well enough as he completed his second 50 as a Leicestershire player, this one coming of course against the side he represented for 6 seasons, one of them as skipper. This 50 arrived off 114 deliveries, of which 7 had brought in boundaries. It's always a little risky leaving one county for your nearest rivals, but the Irishman got a good response for his efforts. He probably got an even better one when he was out 10 minutes before the captain shook hands on the draw. On 59 he gave Trent Copeland another wicket to go with the 7 for 63 he secured in the first innings. Leicestershire ended on 168 for 3 from 42 overs and were probably quite happy with the 7 points they took from this game. Northamptonshire claimed 10, which increases their lead at the top of the second division table to 32 points over second place Essex. Lancashire are a point further back, but with a game in hand.